Hi students, welcome back. Coming to our next topic, that is database recovery management. Actually, when we use this database recovery management, whenever we lost the database, if any system failure occurs or any interrupt is occur, we want to recover our database. So to recover our database, we have to follow some techniques. First, what is the database recovery management? A database recovery management is the process of restoring the database to the most recent consistent state that existed just before the failure. So whatever the data that is in consistent state that is failed just before the failure, that data will be restored. Okay. So let us see, three states of database recovery will be there. Three states of database recovery. So those three states are, first is precondition, condition and post condition. So whatever the database you created, that database in any of these three states, okay, so then you can recover your database. It may be in your precondition or it is condition or post condition. Precondition means at any given point in the time, the database in consistent state. If a database is in a consistent state before the failure, that data will be stored. So that is a precondition. Condition means at a particular time, means if you are doing the work at that time, so it occurs some kind of system failure. Okay, so it occurs at some kind of system failure, the database recovery will occur. And then post condition means restore the database to the consistent state. That existed before the failure. So these are the three states of database recovery: precondition, condition and post condition. Now coming to the different types of failures. So what are the different types of failures that are occurred in database? So types of failures. First one is transaction failure. Transaction failure, system failure or media failure. Okay, so the different types of failures are the transaction failure, system failure, media failure. So transaction failure means the transaction may fail because of incorrect input. So if you are giving any incorrect input, the transaction may fail. If suppose deadlock is occur, so deadlock. So those are the transaction failures. What is a system failure? System failures is nothing but the operating system fault. If there is any fault in the operating system, the system may fails. Or RAM failure. Suddenly the RAM gets damaged, means the RAM failure, like that. Now coming to the media failure. Media failure is nothing but the disk head crash, power problem. Okay, so these are the media failures. These are the three different types of failures: transaction failure, system failure and the media failure. So now come to the database basic update strategies. So these are the main basic update strategies. Whenever you want to recover your database, you have to follow these basic strategies. Database basic update strategies. So what are these basic update strategies? Actually, this basic update strategies will be divided into two. One is deferred update, another is immediate update. Okay, so the basic update strategies are deferred update and immediate update. So what is this deferred update and immediate update? So here first let us see the deferred update. Suppose your database is following the deferred update strategy. It means here the transaction operations do not immediately update. Update the physical database. So whatever the physical database you are using, the transactions if you are doing on that database, they do not immediately update. In deferred update, if your system is in deferred update status, the transactions whatever you are doing, those will not immediately updated. So when these transactions are updated, whenever you done the transaction with a commit statement. Okay, so database is physically updated only after the transaction reaches its commit point. So whenever the transaction reaches its commit point, then only your database will be physically updated. Otherwise, whatever the transactions that you done before the commit point, all will be lost. Okay, whenever your transactions reaches the commit point, then your database will be updated in the deferred update. So coming to the immediate. So what if your system is in immediate update status? So what it does? So here the database is immediately updated by the transaction operation during the execution. So during at the time of execution or doing the operation, execution of transaction, even before it reaches commit point. Okay, so even before it reaches the commit point, whatever the transactions you are doing, they are automatically updated. Suppose if you see in your Word document, you are doing something on Word document. If you are having the automatically save options in your Word document, so whatever the files you are typing on the Word document, it's automatically updated with a with the time limit. Means after every 5 minutes, it's automatically updated, even though you didn't save the file. If you that is the immediate update. Means whenever you are doing the operations, it automatically updating. So whereas in deferred update, it is not until you save the button, save the file, it won't save the data in your database. Just like if your Word document, Microsoft Word doesn't have any save option, means automatically save. Whenever you save the file, then only it saves the content. Okay, this everything will be after saving. So it automatically saves in immediate update after every 5 minutes. Whereas in deferred update, whenever you save it as it reaches the commit point, then only the database will be updated. In immediate, while you are doing the operations, the transactions will before it reaches the commit point, it will be updated. So that is the main difference between the deferred update and immediate update. So in case of transactions or aborted failure before it reaches commit point, suppose your transaction is abort or failure before you reach the commit point, before it reaches commit, by using a rollback or undo operations needs to be done to restore the database to its consistent state. So whenever suppose suddenly your system may occur failure whenever your transaction is aborted. So in that case, if you use just rollback or undo operation, so whatever the data that is in consistent state before failure, that will be restored. Okay, restore the database to its consistent state by using the rollback or undo operations. So this is about the immediate update. So the one main thing here is in immediate data, it follows undo, redo algorithm. So the immediate data you call it as undo, redo algorithm, whereas the deferred update you call it as no undo or redo algorithm. Okay, so this is the main difference between the deferred and immediate update. These are the two basic update strategies that are used in the database recovery management. Thank you.